Around the Ozarks is now on your FM radio. Listen to Around the Ozarks mornings with Grace Gooley as I spotlight local people, stories, and podcasts, all while playing the country legends of the 90s and the hit makers of the 2000s. It's on the Ozarks' best country, 105.1 The Bull.
You're listening to The Real Deal Conversations, a podcast designed to encourage, inspire, and equip you by sharing real stories and meaningful conversations that bring real life to the surface. I'm your host, Megan Deal. Let's dive in. This episode is brought to you by Ozark Veterinary Clinic. I am with Sara McCalley today with River Branch Healthcare. Sara, thanks for coming on. I am excited. I am so excited. I'm really excited about this conversation because it's all about hormones. And as a female myself, and going through different stages of life and wondering, is there a cure for this? Is this hormonal? What is my hormones doing? And hormones being something that we all know we have, but so foreign to us. So foreign.
It's not widely recognized.
No.
Or accepted or even spoke about until more recently, really.
Mm-hmm. So I'm so excited to have this conversation with you so we can get some education. But before we do, can you let people know about your background in healthcare and what you do now?
Yeah, no, thank you. I started healthcare when I was 17 in high school. Yeah. So I have been in healthcare now going on my 18th year now. Wow. I wouldn't do the math, but I started and worked my way up and really had so many different aspects of healthcare that I journeyed in. Mm-hmm. And so I feel like that made me more diverse as I grow and practice in leadership. And, I actually did work in GYN oncology my first year out of NP school, and hormones were horrible. They're negative. No one can have hormones. Hormones are the death of everyone. Yeah. Turns out that's not really true. Mm-hmm. Yes, there is a time and place, and we have to be respectful to those situations, certain cancers, et cetera, where hormones maybe can't or shouldn't be given or within very close monitoring. But I have been in primary care for about 8 years. Okay. And I got tired of hearing the people don't feel valued. They don't feel heard. They don't feel listened to. I mean, and you may have they listened to me, but were you understood? Like, was someone actually understood when they went into the office? Mm-hmm. And 9 times out of 10, no. Mm-hmm. They feel like they're herded in with cattle. All the things. So I kind of journeyed to saying, I can do this better. Like I was a softball player. I played softball for 12 years, and I wanted to be good, and you don't just halfway do things. You do them very well if you're going to do something. Mm-hmm. And so I really ventured to opening my own practice. I thought, well, I'll do this virtual for a little bit. And quickly I realized that that's where I needed to be. Yeah. Kind of met some colleagues and connections, and at the restorative, Kim called me from there to say, hey, we have mental health counselors and therapists. We need someone medical. You seem to align your values of holistic and taking care of the whole person, the family, the patients. And would you want to join? And it was really just a connection that it matched. Yeah. Puzzle pieces went right together.
Yeah. And I do agree that, and I do want to preface it with, I do see, I see conventional medicine. I have my primary, but my experience has been, my daughter, she was having a lot of anxiety. Yeah. Went into her doctor, her primary, and they said, oh, well, let's put her on. Yes. And I said, that's not what I want to do. I want to get her vitamin levels checked.
Good for you.
And they said, well, we can't do that. Insurance isn't going to cover that. And I said, well, then I'll go pay separate. And so I went to, I don't know what it's called. Anyway, it's in Springfield. You can just pay out of pocket. Got her vitamin levels checked, low on vitamin D. Got her caught up on vitamin D, and what do you know? She was doing a lot better.
Amazing.
And
supplement.
Yes. And so I take vitamin D. I'm a big proponent of looking at vitamin levels, but I'm also a proponent of medicine. I mean, I do take antidepressants. I take stuff for anxiety. Sure. So it's not that I'm against conventional. I mean, I use it. I also, though, think that there's a first resort. There's things that our body is doing naturally we need to look at as well. 100%. And that's why I'm excited about this conversation, because I want to learn that side of it.
Well, and there's a time and place for conventional practice. So I'm conventionally trained. Yeah. And then I was a kid, I didn't want to even take an ibuprofen or a Tylenol for my headache. Yeah. I don't know why. My parents didn't, pro or not.
I'm the same way though.
Yeah. I was like, a vitamin, is that bad? I'm putting something in my body. It's just one of those things that I was hesitant on, but very conventionally trained. And I still wasn't wanting to be that pill pusher. What else is going on? What about in your family and your life, the mental health component of it? What is not being addressed here? And what are we missing? Because it's not just one simple thing. There's 100% of time in place for conventional practice or medicine or pharmacy that we have to use and need to use. But you need to pair that with all aspects. And you mentioned mental health. If you're struggling with mental health, therapy.
Yeah.
And then therapy more. You need to find someone you mesh with well.
Yeah.
Someone with like-minded values.
Yes.
Maybe a first therapist doesn't mean they're good, bad, or indifferent. It just may not coincide with your values and your process of healing.
Yeah.
And your journey. And then, supplements. So I can get on a huge tangent about supplements.
No, I later on, I actually want to know different things about what connects with what and what helps with what. Yes, definitely. Before we get into the meat of all that, though.
Okay.
What are the hormones that affect women?
All of them.
And what do each hormones, like what do they do? What are they responsible for?
Sure. The whys.
Yes.
So when I look at hormones, it's everything. Testosterone, both men and women. So we're not just talking women's health. Men's health is important too, especially in partnerships.
Yeah.
DHEA, that's kind of your precursor. That's a supplement you can take. There's different dosing for men and women. So kind of, again, bringing that supplement in. Progesterone. Progesterone plays so many roles in the body. Estrogens. Your body has 3 different estrogens. So estrone, estradiol, and estriol.
Okay.
So when we go to look at hormone management, it's not just about which estrogen. We want the good. We don't want the estrones, the more of the bad estrogens that increase risk for fibrocystic breast cancer and things along those lines. We have to look at minimizing the bad estrogen and keeping the good.
I didn't know there was multiple estrogens.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you have to look at that. And the way to truly look at that, I'm a huge proponent, especially for women, of salivary testing. It's gold standard without being FDA approved gold standard, if you will. Salivary testing shows what's bioavailable in your system.
Okay.
So that means what can your body use?
And is that the one that you have to do at a certain time in your cycle?
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. We normally like it day 19.
Okay.
So day 1 is your menses, and day 19 afterwards. We're wanting to hit that perfect spot, if we were, and spit testing. So with that, I like to look at cortisol. That's another huge proponent of all your hormones, your stress systems, your triggers, your fire to your brain. If we're checking a 4-time-a-day cortisol, we can see where there's an imbalance that will throw the hormones off. That'll throw your mental health, your weight, that stubborn belly fat, all the things that you can see with a cortisol imbalance.
And is that saliva?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was saliva testing to do the 4-time-a-day. Actually, we're looking for an endocrinology disorder. 4-time-a-day is gold standard. Okay. That is the actual salivary test. And there's one we can order just even through Quest. But with the full hormone kit, you kind of get the whole bundle in one.
Okay.
Which is why I recommend it 9 times out of 10.
Okay.
Insulin. Insulin's a big thing. It really helps regulate. If your cortisol's off, your adrenals are off, your genetics. Maybe there's a good genetic for diabetes that's in insulin resistance. There's certain factors we have to consider too. And thyroid. Thyroid goes right with it, right with those adrenal glands, right with the cortisol. So really looking at the whole picture. And then again, we talk about hormones. That is my focus.
Yeah. So with, progesterone, estrogen, each one of these, which one correlates with what? So like what
symptom-wise?
Yes. Symptom-wise, causes more of this issue. This one causes more of these issues.
Yes. So a lot of times I hear people coming in, I'm going to say majority of my women, I'm mid-30s. Did you know perimenopause is starting early 30s now?
Yes. And
it's not something I want to hear.
Yeah.
Or I myself.
And the thing is yes. But when you go to your doctor, they say you're too young.
But you're not.
Yeah.
And then mom and sisters go around it. All the hormones in food, all these things are changing. So I like to look at when did you start your cycle? How early was it? No, I'm going to be over here saying, no, I've never had a hot flash. Those are denials. You start hitting mid-30s and you see, especially if you have had babies or been on birth control or anything else that's dysregulated. Let's think of hair, skin, and nail.
Okay.
Certainly with thyroid, body chills, hot and cold intolerance.
Okay.
Estrogen and progesterone imbalance just in general can cause your hot flashes.
Okay.
Let's talk libido. Libido is a big thing for anyone. Dryness, pelvic dryness, joint pain, brain fog, those are all going to go with testosterone a lot.
Okay.
And or just the imbalance. So a lot of times when I ask ladies about testosterone, specifically, men too, but with ladies, say, do your joints hurt? Is your brain having brain zaps and brain fog where all of a sudden it's like, what was I going to say next?
Or what is this? What is this utensil in my hand? Oh, it's a spoon, but I can't think of that name.
So talking on the phone is one that gets me, and you're talking to someone and you're trying to frantically get out the door because you're a mom and a wife and whatever else may be going on.
Yeah.
And the next thing you're like, I can't find my phone. You're talking to whoever you're talking to. Okay.
Yes.
So I'm not the only one that listens, though. I heard an advertisement on the commercial the other day, and they're talking about men's health. Big proponent for men, too. We can talk about their testosterone. But they're saying, oh, and I did tell this story talking at the women's show the other day. Yes, pretty good chuckle that they say natural male enhancement in 37 seconds. And they go on and on, forget Cialis and forget Viagra, natural male enhancement. And my son, 7-year-old in the back seat, pops up and goes, that's not right. That's a lie. And I pause for a minute. He goes, the mail doesn't get delivered in 37 seconds. And oh, you're right. I start hysterically laughing, trying not to. And then the commercial's going on about only in 37 seconds, this magic pill. And he goes, Mom, it's true. Yeah. The mail is slow. It takes several days to get here.
Oh, that's hilarious.
As we move on, and it came on commercial. Men and testosterone, too, it can help. It can help with their libido, their function, but also their development of maybe that stubborn belly fat or developing breast tissue if that's out of balance. If their testosterone is converting into estrogen, and they're imbalanced again, then their mental health is affected.
Yeah.
Emotional, more angry, crying easier, can't lose weight, can't build muscle.
Okay.
And muscle's a huge component for anyone, especially in our 30s. We have to start thinking about maintaining life and maintain muscle mass and protecting our body long term.
Yeah.
Because that's going to go into our 40s, our 50s, and 60s. So when we think about longevity, it starts now.
Okay, I have a question.
Yes.
So people who have not thought about that, people who have not exercised, they've not taken care of their body, they're in their late 30s.
Sure.
I'm talking about me, guys. And they're like, I need to start doing that so that I'm able to walk and not fall when I'm older. Is it still possible to turn everything around for your health in the future? Or when you're in your late 30s, it's like, oh no.
I have someone in her 60s. She started really being an advocate for her health finally. And okay, maybe hormones I can take. And she's rucking. She just told me the other
Really?
She's got a rucking vest, and she thought she could never get past 10 pounds. She's up to 28.
Oh my gosh.
She boosts that up 2 pounds, balancing the weights. And I mean, she's doing something for herself. She's out there. She's walking miles. She's being healthy. She's the one that I could put the food snack dish above on the pantry where I can't see it, but I'm still going to get up there because I know it's there.
Yeah.
And she's advocating for her own. I had someone in her 40s saying it's time. I have not taken care of myself. I have focused on everyone but myself, which I think many of us can definitely relate to. And she's now making that change.
Fascinating.
I mean,
okay, that's encouraging.
Anyone can make that change.
Because you just wonder if you're like too late in the game for your body to turn around.
No.
You know?
Maybe if there was some things the damage is done, some damage is already there, but you can be preventative. And you can feel better and get quality of life no matter when.
Okay.
You just have to make that change. Now, if you haven't ran before and I tell you to go run a marathon, you're not going to do that.
I know.
You're not going to do that.
I probably wouldn't do that anyway.
You do. And that's the other thing. I think, what do you like? What do you like to do? And find that passion first. Because you're not going to be successful at something you don't like to do.
Right.
Interest in.
Yeah. I just want to be healthy because I have my 4th baby coming and I'm 38.
That's so exciting.
You know what I mean? Like I just like want to, but we'll get into some of this. So the hormones, what hormones are going to affect mental health the most?
That's such a loaded question.
What? Okay. So I mean, I know, like progesterone and estrogen are the ones you always hear.
Yep.
But is the other ones play? Like what? So how does this all, give me this framework.
Hi, this is Dr. Linda Truitt from Ozark Veterinary Clinic in Ozark. We have been taking care of animals from a Yorkie, cows, cats, with a full-service clinic that offers complete surgical services, hospital, boarding, and now we take care of exotic animals from parakeets, snakes, to even flamingos. Ozark Veterinary has been taking care of pets and farm animals for over 50 years. Stop by our animal care center now, specializing in exotic animals on East Highway 14 in Ozark.
Yeah, It's a big old tornado, and they all connect and all intertwine. Progesterone's low. So let's talk PMDD. You hear that diagnosis, and I'm not a big on diagnosis. Kind of that week or so before or during your period. Our mental health, we're moody, we're pains maybe starting, or hot flashes maybe even starting, if you will. Or you just feel like a rage. I've had some moms like, I'm 40 and I've always been kind, but now I have a rage going on. That is progesterone typically driven.
Okay.
We have to be cautious using estrogen replacement prior to menopause.
Okay.
So you're getting really close. There is risk versus benefit with everything. What I always say with hormones, it's not one size fits all. But perfect scenario with mental health, is my anxiety just going crazy? Is it a certain time of the month? It's good to start tracking that and really pinpointing of where that's affecting you. Sometimes just overall fatigue and depression where, just feeling that depressed moment, have no energy, have no gumption, don't care to do the laundry, spend time with family or kids or pets. That can be a lot to do with just that overall imbalance. Maybe it is a very low testosterone, so there's no sex drive and no libido, which affects a relationship. And if you're not having all of those connections and all of those pieces to your pie meeting, then you're not going to have that overall quality.
So PMDD, I know what it is. What can you explain to our listeners what PMDD is?
That's when you're seeing that mood dysregulation in relation to a cycle. It can be, we'll sometimes see that afterwards, after your cycle.
And it's a little step further than PMS, right?
PMS, you're looking at more of the cramping.
Okay.
Not feeling well. In my book, we can get textbook and definition up here. In my book, the PMS is just feeling a little different, but the severe depression associated with is kind of more of where we would identify that PMDD without doing true diagnostic and questionnaire. But it's all about how you feel, in my opinion.
And the thing that sucks about PMDD, because I wondered if I had that, but the older I got, my periods, like my mental health over my periods was just dramatically getting different. And the thing is, what sucks is you have 4 weeks in a month and you got 2 weeks of that.
You got 2 weeks of good and 2 weeks of bad.
Yeah. And it's like, you know what I mean?
So where's the quality?
Yeah. It's like, okay, I would like to have a full good month.
Right.
And so what do we do with, PMDD and, all the things that come? Is it getting tested? Is it getting that to see what the levels are?
It is checking and seeing your health and your nutrition. I can't emphasize that enough. So walking, exercising, doing something triggers serotonin in the brain that we can give you a pill for. So a lot of our antidepressants or PMDD medications, which are all in the same, SSRIs or SNRIs are those classes you commonly hear with those terms. They're going to affect that serotonin in the brain to regulate it.
Okay.
Walking. Hydration.
Yes.
So how many times a day are people drinking coffee or energy drinks or things that throw the cortisol off, which talks about the adrenals? Then they're not getting enough water in, so their brain is starving. You don't have that good hydration in the brain, so you can't function, so you're not well hydrated. Food choices. Food choices are huge. If you're carb loading, skipping meals, and not eating healthy choices, and you're just, going with the paces as quick as you can to get from one step to another throughout the day, that compiles and that puts you in a complete adrenal overload or deficiency or whatever that may be. And you really like to look and see all of those. I can't say enough. It's about everything and connecting them. What was your question?
Oh, we were talking about PMDD and the hormones, looking at the hormones and how we can lessen PMDD, how we can lessen
those.
The things that come with that.
So number one, when someone comes in, we talk about supplements. We can be on hydration, exercise, and then food choices. So autoimmune is a big thing. Inflammation is a big thing. Pelvic inflammation, pain. All of that can be significantly mitigated by eliminating gluten and dairy and inflammatory foods. Eating, again, that well balance. And not just sound like a typical average doctor, eat healthier and exercise. But really being conscious and aware of that the best you can. Is it meal prep? Is it scheduling it? Hey, this time of this day, I'm going to schedule my plans for the week. And that's a big thing. We talk about sleep. Sleep regulation's huge. So number one hormone for making you wake up between 1 to 3 a.m., that whole witching hour, whatever you want to call it, that's a progesterone deficiency. Get you some progesterone at night and you'll sleep better.
I know people who talk about that, like that they deal with that. And they're just like,
at the ceiling. So Wired but tired is the way I explain it. You just feel wired.
And it's progesterone.
You know you're tired and you know you're exhausted.
Interesting.
Number one, we think progesterone.
Okay.
Sugar cravings. Lots of sugar cravings.
Lots of sugar eating.
Weight gains.
That's nice.
We're talking estrogen dominance, meaning too much estrogen.
Really?
So that's another imbalance that we can see there. PCOS is another huge topic, polycystic ovarian. That can be an imbalance of your androgens, which is that DHEA and testosterone that we talk about. It can be too much. Or maybe it's simply you don't have enough progesterone to balance out and, again, be that nice little teeter-totter floating in the air and not one seat up and one seat down.
Okay, I have a question about the sugar and the estrogen.
Yes.
I am a sugarholic.
Yes.
Like I will eat, I mean, it's terrible. It's terrible.
Yeah. And not outside of pregnancy?
No, in general.
In general.
Like in general.
Adult
Whole life.
during.
Just like I will eat dessert first and eat a little bit of my healthy food and then go back to my dessert. Okay, it's bad. Is that estrogen dominance?
It can be. It absolutely can be.
So fascinating.
Again, not one shoe fits all.
Yeah.
Definitely can be.
What else are symptoms and things like that of estrogen dominance or progesterone, the dominance of it? Not just, let's do that. Okay, so we just talked about like, what happens when we lack? Okay, what happens when we have too much of these hormones?
So you can see the sugar cravings for sure. You can see the weight gain. You can see that mood change. They can both actually mimic each other. Feeling fatigued, feeling exhausted all the time. Testosterone dominance, that's when you're going to see more what we call hirsutism or chin hair, facial growth hair, and those that don't want it, women in particular. Oily skin, acne. We can definitely see that with number one, an imbalance and or too much testosterone. So that's when you have to be careful if you're doing some replacement in small doses, because it can make those things worse in your first few months.
Interesting.
I've had a client come in recently and horrible broke out acne in her early 30s because was put on injectable testosterone, which may fit some people, but she's always had acne as a teen. And so it made it come back like raging cystic, which was horribly cosmetically humiliating. Yeah. Who wants to be in her 30s with cystic acne like a teenage boy goes through? And really got some things straightened out for her and doing much better, but she didn't need that high dose.
Yeah.
We do see very high dosings that are given throughout the area. To each their own in their own practice. But the biggest goal if we're looking at management is start slow, start low, go nice and easy, and give it some time.
Okay.
Because it takes time.
Yeah. Okay. So with these hormones and with like mental health, around your period or just in general for women, can the hormones and having too much also cause, like all those crazy thoughts people get and all the the hopelessness and all the intrusive thoughts and all of that get ramped up at certain times?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And so some people will call it like, oh my gosh, I was crazy last week.
Yeah.
We're doing a talk with Treblant and Republic coming up. And it's on women's health and hormones. Coach Mel Strimplin's going to be doing it with me, and she's focusing more on the nutrition side of things. And I'm going to focus more on the hormones. And we're titling it, You're Not Crazy, Your Hormones Are. Yeah. And it is. And a lot of, again, especially ladies will be like, oh my gosh, last week I was horrible. I was a horrible person, but you don't see it in that moment. Everything seems like the sky is falling and it's going out of your control and you're in a spiral. Yeah. Once again, can be that imbalance. We, again, look at supplements. What can we do to maintain that? And fight the battles you need to fight. Everyone has stress and stressful situations, but it's what can we control in that stressful environment and what are we going to focus on?
Yeah. And it's when you get, when you have that shift in mood and thoughts especially.
Yes.
It's terrifying because you're like, who am I?
What's going on?
Yes. Is something taken over?
Yes.
Is this a permanent thing? Am I going to be and it's terrifying.
But what people don't recognize, they're not alone. This is happening to so many people all the time, and you're afraid to speak about it, or no one will listen to you, or no one's there to help you. Yeah. And you don't know where to go.
Yeah. And a lot of it is hormone related. Is that, that's
absolutely,
that's interesting. I want to kind of go back a little bit and start out with teen girls. Okay. Let's talk about, and boys, teen girls and boys, the hormones. Raging all over, all the things. What do parents need to know? What do we as parents need to know to help our kids get through the teen years with hormones? What can we be doing?
Yeah.
Like vitamins, what can we be doing?
Yeah. It goes back to the basics. I feel like I still sound like a broken record. Get them moving, get them off the couch, eliminate the screen time, especially before bed, because their brains need to shut down.
Yeah.
So screen time 30 minutes before bed is still going to be triggering. Your brain's not going to go into that rest as soon. Exercise, sports, get them off the couch.
Yeah.
Number 2 is food. There's so many things with sugars and dyes and added and processed. And I always use the fine example. My kid's like, hey, can I have a cookie? Well, I have the cookies in the house, so whose fault is that?
Right.
Or if there's snacks, Mom, can we have a snack? Having that snack drawer available that has your butters. So your cheeses, your veggies, and ranch dip, like something. You can go to even to the extent of using a ranch packet with a Greek yogurt.
Yeah.
So they have a healthy ranch. They're getting some protein. I don't know about you, but my kids, we were just talking about this the other day with their aunt and uncle. They stay the night over there often. And we always say, hey, give them some protein for breakfast, or they'll be bouncing off the walls and they'll crash and go to a total mood crash. And my kids are younger. They're 5 and 7. But any of us, it happens to.
Yeah.
And so they gave them pancakes or something for breakfast. That's all they ate, and the sugar, and it was fun. And we go to pick them up and they had a total meltdown. They had been bouncing off the walls like, oh my gosh, we will never give them a breakfast out protein again.
Yeah.
It's the same for teens. So we did a talk with, what was it? Like a career day at Republic High School. And I think I had 5 or 6 groups of students come in, and they said, now I'm eating breakfast. Because I always asked about their nutrition. How are you guys doing eating? I had one girl, she's like, oh, I had an avocado and toast and egg for my breakfast with a fruit smoothie and Greek yogurt. And I said, I love it. You made the perfect breakfast.
Yeah.
Majority of kids, only 1 or 2 in each session had breakfast.
Okay, see, my kids will not eat breakfast. Okay, what's the deal?
Why?
Yeah.
That's my question.
Yeah.
What do you tell them? Just they won't? Or what is their why?
The why is they're just, I don't know, honestly. Like, I've bought the oatmeal things, the overnight oats, and they would do that for a little bit, and then they're like, I don't want anything anymore. I just don't think my kids are hungry in the morning.
Yeah, and I think that's it, too. And that's what I asked the students, too. I'm like, why are you guys not eating? A few said we don't have anything, so you have to consider that. Many say I'm too tired. The ones that said they're too tired, I said, okay, when did you go to bed?
Yeah.
What did you do before you went to bed?
Yeah.
Each situation's different. Some of these kids are staying out having sports games late at night on the field.
Yes, we're guilty of that. Yes.
And that's just the way the school systems are set up for sports. I mean, I played softball growing up again, and we had games or running track. You wouldn't get home till 10 or 11.
And then you go by Brahms because it's late and you haven't fixed a meal. Like,
and it sounds good.
Yep.
And it's survival. You're in that survival mode once again. Is hard, and we can all relate to that.
But we need to, like, I'm listening to this conversation right now just going, I need to be able, there's got to be a way. There's got to be a way to get a better system in place where we're setting ourselves up, because everything you're saying we don't do. Like, our pantry's junk. But before I go, we kind of go further. What's the deal with protein? Because I've heard
protein.
Yes.
Especially okay. Let's talk dosing and amounts. Ladies, you want to have at least 100, 125 grams of protein per day. That's a lot. Break it down. You need at least 40 grams of protein per meal per day.
Can it be in protein shakes, or does it have to be meat?
Organic. Yeah, any of it.
Okay.
So any of it's good. I mean, you can make a good protein shake in the morning by using your Greek yogurt and a protein powder and some of those things, and get 30 to 40 grams in one shake.
Okay.
You don't want to survive on that, though, of course. It's difficult. There's much other organic things that you can get. And I'm not talking just organic label, but like the turkey and the chicken and any kind of protein-based. For running, we're guilty, though. Last night, my daughter had a soccer game. She's like, can we just go get Mexican? Yeah, sure. At that point, I don't want to fix dinner. I'm tired. It's been a long day. All the things. As long as we don't make it a habit, it's it's not mother guilting or shaming for parents or anything, because we're all just trying to survive. But being prepared. What can you do? What can you put in the crock pot? How can you some sort of meal prep? We know Tuesdays and Thursdays are busy. What are we going to do to mitigate going to Brahms? Stopping to getting Dairy Queen, whatever it may be.
Okay, so protein in the morning for kids who don't want to eat food. Can, like those protein shakes at Sam's, the good, I forget what they're called. Anyway, like just Fairlife.
Yeah.
Is just drinking one of those in the morning, do you think that would be sufficient for kids who don't want to eat a meal?
Definitely better than nothing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Still maybe not great, or?
Still good. You're still going to get a good quality. What nutritions are you also missing out on? Nutrients. Making your shakes at home would probably be a little better because you can add the blueberries, you can add the spinach, you can get your mix in, so you're getting more of those natural vitamins.
Okay.
But yes, getting kids to eat, great. It's going to start their day, going to give them brain power, going to help with their mental health throughout the day, going to make them feel full longer. So the deal with protein, it's more of a slow release. It's going to keep your body feeling fuller longer and longer nourishment and nutrition.
And what is it doing for your hormones?
So if you're doing well with your eating healthy, that's going to help balance out your hormones.
Okay.
That's going to help you from feeling so sluggish, messing with the cortisol, keeping that balance with your health, your nutrition, your food intake. If everything's in check, you're going to be much better. And this isn't overnight. This doesn't mean I eat well. A lot of topics too go to like Hashimoto's. So Hashimoto's more of an autoimmune-based thyroid. Number 2 things to eliminate, dairy and gluten, because it's so much with an inflammatory process. But think, again, pelvic-wise and hormone-wise for ladies, if you're inflamed and you're having bad episodes and your diet's not on point because has so much gluten and sugars and carbs in your diet, there goes that cycle again. So it affects the brain.
Even if you're not allergic to dairy, even if you're not allergic to gluten, it still is, it causes inflammation. Still, regardless.
Correct.
Okay.
With gluten intolerance or celiacs, they have lots of problems.
Yeah.
And can't. But it's still one of those inflammatory foods.
Okay.
So I'm big on pushing anti-inflammatory food.
Okay. What about Greek yogurt?
Greek yogurt's good. Pick a good choice.
Okay.
Kind of watch. Make sure to have a bunch of added sugars and all the extra things. Because that's the number one thing that you can find is a bunch of added sugars.
Okay.
There.
So
and nothing higher protein.
And it's, even though dairy, it's a better dairy option.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. What else are some foods that are going to help us kind of quick? Greek yogurt, that's a quick option. I like that. Like,
good to go.
What?
Good to go. One easy cottage cheese, high in, again, we're talking dairy, but just in general, that does give you a good protein base.
Okay.
Fruits are a big misconception.
Okay.
So eating lots of melons, peaches, grapes, bananas, those have a lot of high natural sugar. So those that are really trying to focus on their overall wellness, I look at berries. Strawberries, blueberries, blackberries, raspberries. They can get pricey, yes, but all it takes is a little handful to meet your serving for that meal. Going to really help with free radical antioxidants, break those down. So that's kind of the bad things in your body. Blueberries are great for that. They're one of our superfoods.
Yeah.
Spinach, kale.
So melon, grapes, and all that, not great.
Not the best of fruits. If you're going to make a fruit choice, I lean towards the berries.
Okay. All right.
They're bad. You still got lots of nutrients. Put them out there for the kids to eat, much better than the Twinkie bar.
Yeah.
Definitely. But yeah, the berries are the go-to for fruits.
Okay. Interesting. So we got food, we got protein. I'm definitely going to go home and evaluate my pantry today. I'm not kidding.
That's what we have to do. We go in and luckily, we'll buy some bags of chips for different grilling out or whatever.
Yeah.
They'll sit there and they'll go stale, but they're there. If they're in your pantry,
I know
they're an option to grab, and you have nothing else, you're reaching for it.
Yeah. And here's the other thing is when transitioning, because I've tried to transition before to healthier, but you don't feel full as quick. And then you start resorting to those bad foods because you're just like, oh, I'm so hungry.
But is it because you went into a calorie deficit? You were not meeting that calorie need? Because that's the most common thing.
Okay.
Is someone tries to do a large cut and skip meals and not eat much and do tiny quantities without, again, protein base to carry you on with a good carb.
Well, I mean, instead of snacking, so snacking with chips is going to make you feel full. Snacking with blueberries is not going to make you feel full.
Right.
So that's kind of what I'm talking about. I'm still hungry. Okay, this is healthy, but I'm still hungry. And so then resorting back to those foods that aren't good, but now I at least feel full.
So maybe you need to compare that with, hey, grab a handful of almonds, some cheese, some little turkey jerky sticks. Same thing with that snack. So you still have, if you're going to snack, reaching for that so it makes you feel full.
Okay. And about how many times for good health, for good balance, And you already mentioned how much protein women should get. What about men?
Men, at least 150, 125 to 150. Now, if you're really building muscle and working with a trainer, first disclosure, I am not a nutritional therapist and I am not a fitness trainer. Yeah. But they may push you for higher numbers just based on your body mass and your goals and your weight.
Okay.
But that's a very easy start number. So 100 for women, 125 to 150 for men.
Is that teens as well?
Teens, I push them for 100 milligrams at least. Okay. 100 grams. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's go into vitamins for teens. Okay. What vitamins are important? Supplements for teens. Again, like I mentioned earlier, vitamin D is for sure. What other things can they be low on that is causing their hormones to, because I look at it and I'm like, okay, your hormones are all over the place as teens. I want to do, what can we do at home to help it balance out somewhat?
To help support you. And sometimes it's about getting it checked. Finding someone that will check that and not using the excuse like you started this off by insurance won't cover it, because I hear that all the time. I mean, one thing that I do in my practice is I have both like a direct primary care model that's membership and we get discounted lab prices. And if you come in and say, I want these 15 labs, and you don't have insurance or you do or you whatever, we can get you pricing on it. Yes. You look at what that self-pay pricing rate is, and it's affordable and doable for just about anything. Yeah. Basic lab price. Now, bill to insurance, and they don't cover. I mean, I had a client that got a $400 bill for a vitamin D check as a process through insurance. I'm sorry, but that's $30, not $400. So I would say get it checked. We're seeing so many Americans just in general in the environment, and we're not outside every day. And especially during winter, that vitamin D goes down. So your depression is there, your lack of energy. So you're eating the crap foods and you're not exercising. And once again, there goes that spiral. Yeah. And so getting levels checked. Yeah. Or just supplementing. A multivitamin is going to help get all your micronutrients and quality based. Yeah. So one thing that I'm really big about is where to get supplements. Personally, I love full scripts. That's what I recommend for all my clients, to get products such as Thorne, Pure Encapsulation, Orthomolecular. Those are some name brands that's third-party tested, that is not just run-of-the-mill on your shelf at a local store. Yeah. So finding a good quality supplement. B vitamins, that's a huge essential. So making sure your vitamin B is where it needs to be, especially B12. There's many different Bs we can check. It really depends on your situation. So like my migrainers, I'm a migrainer myself. I've had them chronically. Magnesium and B2 or riboflavin is two of the things that you can take to prevent migraines, taking it routinely. Okay. So I do that for my kids, my teens. Yeah. The teens is when we'll start seeing migraines a lot of times because of that hormonal crazy roller coaster. Yeah. Really going back to the teens is, what did they need? Yeah. And the multivitamins, like if we give our teens multivitamins, or if we take multivitamins ourselves, like when I look at it, it looks like it's low. Like the low dosing.
Yes.
Correct. So it's a little bit of all those micronutrients. So those that are deficient, like in vitamin D or B12, that's when they need the other additive
on top of your multivitamin.
Because the multi just has a little bit. Yeah. A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
That's what I've
whole salt, pepper, and cumin on your seasoning.
Yes.
Not a large amount of one or the other.
Yes. Because I look at that like in my prenatals. I'm like, that doesn't look like my daily, because I'll Google what the daily needs to be for whatever. And the multivitamin, I'm like, so I do vitamin D on top of it, and I do magnesium. What's the one that starts with a T? No, glycinate. I do magnesium glycinate on top of it to help with mood. Good. Yeah.
Magnesium glycinate, take it at night, helps with sleep, helps with migraines, helps with anxiety. Yeah. I mean, we can go on and on. Blood pressure benefits there. Yeah. Are you taking your D3 with a K2? Or is it just a straight D3?
I have a D3 with a K2. Okay. However, I don't take it because my OB said I can only have 600 on top of, and I cannot find a D3 with K2 that is.
So after baby is doing well, you guys are past that. Yes. That's when I know. I say normal. None of us are normal. Yes. We're not pregnant. That might be a good time, because it does, especially as we age. We're thinking of preventing osteoporosis. Yeah. So it's going to keep that calcium going into the bones where it needs to be to protect our bones. Yeah. Baby life's a little different. We're not going to talk about while pregnant. Yeah. That's I do plan on it, and like I have to take a children's vitamin D3 because that was the only one I could find a 600 in. Yes. So but yes, after pregnancy, I am going to be boosting up the
vitamin D and doing with K.
Yes.
And that's interesting too, I recently found this out about different things activating different supplements. So like iron with vitamin C. I didn't know that needed it to activate. And then what was it? Vitamin D and K. K activates it, or
It helps keep the calcium from imbalance in the system and not going too high, and making sure it goes in the bones where we need it to, or where our body can actually eat.
Yeah.
Iron, when I first was in school, they say, okay, take iron on an empty stomach with a glass of orange juice. Well, iron upsets the stomach. Yeah. Orange juice definitely burns the stomach for a lot of people. And then you're not taking with food. Yes, granted, that is the best way. That's optimal for absorption. Many people can't tolerate that because they already have acid reflux and not feeling well. So first thing in the morning, drinking orange juice and taking this iron. Yeah. Oh, man. And then talk about if you're pregnant, trying to take extra iron. The side effects that come there are sometimes unbearable.
Yeah. I just bought, it's Mary Ruth brand, iron with vitamin C. And I just bought it. I haven't taken it yet. But I'm going to start taking it because I'm about to have a baby and all that blood loss. Yeah. So I'm about to start taking it tonight to just start priming everything for the iron loss.
Like teens, having that teen multivitamin, but a prenatal is great when they're having heavy cycles and lots of bleeding because they're becoming iron deficient. Yeah. And you do have some of that iron and folic acid in that prenatal. Not that we're telling our teens to take prenatal for other reasons, but just because of the better of the supplement.
Yeah. Well, and it was interesting to me. I had no idea that different vitamins needed to be taken with other vitamins in order to make it the most efficient. So, I mean, still learning so much.
We learn all the time. If anyone thinks they can stop learning in the career that they're in, and then if it's not your career, that's a whole different area. Yes. I would get scared if someone said, oh, I don't learn anything anymore if I go to a conference. I love going to conferences because you always take away new data, new information, another what we call clinical pearl that like, oh, maybe you had heard that at one point in your career, but it gets put on the back burner, or you think about it, or you don't encounter it.
Yeah. So teens, supplements, big thing. And then let's kind of go into motherhood. Okay. Let's talk about, perinatal and postpartum.
Yes.
And hormones are everywhere. Everywhere. And what do we need to be doing to care for ourselves hormonally?
Yes.
During pregnancy and after pregnancy.
And that's hard because you're not going to always be given or offered hormones. My OB, I'm very thankful when I had my kids, did check progesterone levels the moment you were showing positive pregnancies.
Really?
I really encourage that. My colleague, I worked with him as well as an MP, and he said, why does one check and one doesn't? And some feel that it's not beneficial. There's also other studies suggesting that if you have optimal progesterone levels, it can prevent complications such as miscarriage even, which that's something we all want to try to avoid. Just by having that optimal progesterone level through that first trimester gives you better chances, if you will.
Interesting.
So sometimes they don't check that. And progesterone, just straight progesterone. Now, I'm not talking IUDs and birth control. Those are progestins, which is a very common misconception.
Okay.
But straight plant-based progesterone to really help keep a pregnancy and help keep mom and baby healthy.
Okay.
I always ask, one of the questions I like to ask is, okay, you're coming in here today. How did you feel in the best part of your life? When was the best part? And when did you feel the best? Where do you want to get to now? And if someone has been pregnant, how did they feel during pregnancy? So it's either, oh, it's fine, nothing changed, or it's, I've never felt better. Pregnancy was amazing, or, oh my gosh, I hated it.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah. You kind of feel one of the, sorry, each kid can be different too.
Yeah.
But 9 times out of 10, you'll find those that felt great during pregnancy never felt better until after they had the baby, and then things went downhill again. And because they had the higher hormones. So that's someone living in that low hormone area, and we finally got it up to where it needed to be during pregnancy, because they are. Regulation, again, that's hard. It's very difficult. There's so many emotions and so many things going on. Focus on your nutrition.
Yeah.
Make sure you and your partner are doing everything you can to maintain that relationship, because whether it's the first or the 5th or whatever number, that's very important.
Yeah.
Especially when baby's involved, and open communication is huge.
Yeah.
Postpartum support. There's so much going on postpartum, and even medically trained. When I had a baby, my husband and I were thinking, we're just leaving. 2 days later, we're leaving with this live baby.
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh, your world changes.
Yeah.
And it's scary.
And leaving with the baby.
Yeah.
And also the massive hormone dump.
Yes.
Okay. Please explain to our female audience what is happening with that massive hormone dump. Yep. Why is it happening? Yes. And what is there anything we can do preventative to help ease that hormone dump?
Preventative, that's hard. Again, I am not an OB nurse practitioner, but it is. I mean, baby comes out, placenta's out, uterus is contracting back down, breastfeeding or not, that's triggering hormone. And we also see the crash when ladies stop breastfeeding. If they have for, 1 month, 3 months, or a year, we definitely see that change again because you're not getting that stimulation. Stimulates the brain, which is the pituitary, which stimulates our adrenals and ovaries for hormone production. So you go through all these changes. And I know I'm getting a little sciencey.
No, please do. Please do.
I kind of nerd out on that.
Yeah.
But the question is, how can we prevent? You can't. And I don't feel like you can truly prevent that change. Again, you can help maintain it if you're feeding water.
Okay.
Eat small, frequent protein meals. Okay. Again, another broken record.
Yeah.
Get your body moving.
Yeah.
Get up, do something with baby, walk, put Zumba on your TV or baby yoga. There's tons of things on YouTube.
Yeah.
Just even get yourself off the couch for those few minutes and rest. Rest is important.
What is protein doing again for hormones? What is the connection?
It's more of your nutritional connection.
Okay.
If your nutrition is in line, then if your hormones will help be better aligned.
Okay.
If you're eating well, you're going to feel better. Going to help with insulin, help with cortisol, help focus that thyroid, especially if you're getting less inflammation.
Okay. And protein just happens to be the one that, because like even for menopause, I've heard protein.
To help muscle,
yeah.
prevent fat from storing.
Okay.
So
okay.
Again, that's a better things we're going to put in our mouth. We're always going to put things.
Sure.
We're always going to eat. We're always going to eat.
Sure.
But if you're sitting there eating the chicken strips and the fried this and the fried that, that's really lean.
Yeah.
You get a spike and then you drop. So blood sugars are better regulated. That's another good thing with that. They have a better level than if you get a spike of carbs. Carbs turn into sugar. Sugar spikes, whether you're diabetic or not, and then crashes.
Okay.
The protein, what we call a complex carb, kind of helps balance those out as a slow up and down rolling hills, not mountain peaks in blood sugar levels.
And so we're not just looking at crashes as a tired.
Right.
It like emotionally can crash you.
Absolutely.
Okay. And that's where we can see like anxiety, depressive symptoms because it's crashing.
Lack of motivation.
Yeah.
Lack of willingness, lack of drive, fatigue, brain zaps, brain fog.
And so when you're doing that constantly, you're put in this is me processing, just kind of asking you if this is true as I process this. So when we're constantly doing that and constantly eating terrible every day, that crash is happening over and over and over again.
Yep.
So what could be just a, like if you're having a mood crash or something like that, we're causing ourselves to have those mood crashes.
Sure.
Because it's every day.
Typical. Yeah.
Okay.
And you'll see if you eliminate, so let's say gluten, we're going to eliminate gluten and dairy for 3 days. You're starting to feel better. Day 4, you eat gluten. Then it's in your system. It goes to the whole leaky gut concept, which I'm not going to focus a whole lot on today. But definitely. It's in there then for another 3 days. It takes a good 3 to 5 days to process out that inflammation.
Okay.
If you do great for 3 to 4 days, and then you have your cheat day or whatever, not saying you can't, but then that's in your system and takes another 2 to 3 days to rebound.
Yeah.
So maybe you were hitting your nutritional goals and you had the weekend and just didn't, and you were hitting your exercise goals. Then Monday coming back around, you're kind of like, oh man, it's hard to get back going again because you've been off schedule.
So what's a good time frame for gut healing?
Oh, that's a loaded question too. Yeah. So is there sensitivities? A lot of places won't always check food allergies. 9 times out of 10, I'll check for that. And alpha-gal is another huge topic we could even talk on.
Yeah.
But that allergy or an intolerance to a certain type of food.
Yeah.
And many things are hidden. You don't always see that they're hidden in foods or products. Sesame is a big one.
Really?
If someone has an allergy to sesame or soy, that's in so many things. From sauces and dressings and all sorts.
Okay. And so when, for leaky gut, Give us, because I've just started, I've bought like, I'm not kidding you, probably 5 books that just arrived the other day on gut health. Leaky gut and gut health. Can you give people an idea of the connection? Like, I just recently learned that your serotonin receptors are in your stomach.
Yeah.
And I was like, I had no idea.
Yeah.
And learned that it actually goes from gut to brain, not brain to gut. Mm-hmm. So give for the people who are like, what is leaky gut and what the heck is she talking about and why is nutrition affecting this? Can you give people an overview of what's going on?
How would I best explain that? Because it's so complex that I try not to get too sciencey on that one as well.
Yeah.
When you're thinking of leaky gut, thinking of area opening, if you will, and leaking through the cracks of that gut, going in, acting more as toxins to something your body doesn't like, that's inflammatory, that you're sensitive to, that you're having allergies to. Allergies is a big thing. And I have a lot of clients that come in, young, healthy, men or women. I'm having palpitations and sudden anxiety, and sometimes I get a rash on my chest. Anymore, I check for alpha-gal because it's not full anaphylactic. Alpha-gal is started when you have a bite from a tick that causes an enzyme to react to mammalian products. Beef, lamb, and pork are most common, but things like venison, rabbit, if you're eating other mammalian products, that can be too. And your body's reacting in a weird way.
Yeah.
I had one young man, he was passing out and thought he was having heart issues. They did the whole cardiac workup, which completely appropriate. Turned out he had alpha-gal. That was 2 years later diagnosed. He eliminated the food product because it wasn't leaking out of his gut and having a full interaction with his body, causing true symptomatic symptoms. And that was probably on the more extreme, but we've seen that.
Yeah.
We've seen that more and more. It's really kind of that bacterial putting off and making a toxic environment, if you will, in your body.
That is so interesting. It is very fascinating to me how many symptoms we have that we get put on medicine for that could easily have been, not that it is, I'm not saying that it is, but easily have been resorted to something that we have been putting into our body. And that's, him having like a full cardiac workup. And I have 65 food allergies. It's terrible.
Quite a lot.
It's terrible. And that's why I'm at Cox, and so I saw the allergist, and there's just so many, and it's overwhelming. And veggies, fruits. I mean, just
so then you're like, what do I eat? What do
exactly?
How do I not?
So I just eat it.
Yeah.
And I know I could easily have a healthier life, healthier mind, healthier everything. But it's very overwhelming when it comes down to you are so limited to options. And so you just say, forget it. And then you just do it.
Well, do you get bored with the food choices? Because I do. I get very bored. Like, okay, yeah, we're doing great. I get bored. And I feel like boredom is a reason people don't remain consistent either. And I know I always hear eating healthy is unaffordable. For some, it can be. Absolutely. But there's a lot of like large things to do. A large pack of chicken, has 12 breasts in it, and then you get several broccoli heads. I mean, you can make a good, nutritious meal. Yeah. Some areas affordable.
Yeah. And I think, too, another thing, it is like what you said, you get bored with it.
Yeah,
it's like you have a certain amount of recipes, and then
chicken and broccoli every day. I mean,
seriously, though.
You don't.
Yeah. And so you do, and so you're just like, forget this. And then you go back and you're like, I'm just going to have one cheat. And then that one cheat triggers your, I need to have this again.
I need this more.
Yeah. And then it cycles out. And it's hard.
I can cheat with this food and I can cheat with that food. And at this point, my whole plan's out the window.
Yes.
And you don't go back.
Yeah.
It's so common. And you're not the only one. I think we all struggle with that. It takes consistency.
But I'll tell you, my mood is way better when I eat better.
Yeah.
I know the difference.
So you can relate to it.
I can. It's just a matter of having self-control.
Yeah.
I mean, really, it's just a matter of having self-control. And, So, okay, let's kind of end this out.
Okay.
And what are some things that women can start today, to support their hormones? What are some things they can do? Also, I like the point you made that sometimes, to do this, it can get expensive. So what are some things women can do today that are budget friendly to start doing better for themselves. And men, I guess. Yeah.
Men and women. It does. And we've kind of negated the men on this. And I love working with my men too. I have a lot of, couples. It's not just one, it's the other. And
we're a mostly female audience. So that's why I gear towards women. But
I love it. And I love the kids. I work with a lot of kids and a lot of families. And then, grandma and grandpa also come in and aunt and uncle. And it just streamlines. That's what I'm proud that what we've kind of built and been able to do for our community.
Yeah.
What'd you ask?
What are some things that we can start
budget
doing?
Friendly.
Yeah, budget friendly things we can do to start the change towards,
Water.
supporting our hormones and stuff.
Yes, water.
Okay.
If you want to drink tap water, fine, whatever. And we have well water. I love it. Water.
Okay.
Number one. Movement. Go out and exercise. Find a park. A park is free. Planning and preparation the best you can. Maybe it's setting 15 minutes in your schedule or 30 minutes one day a week to plan 3 good days of health. Start small. Don't start by, I'm going to do this all day, every day. Because again, we want to set realistic goals. Yes, a fitness trainer. Yes, a nutritionalist. Yes, a counselor for mental health. All those things are amazing and I support it and that's wonderful. But when we talk budget friendly, finding things you can make in large quantities that you could then take for lunch another day or two. My husband and I really try to cook leftovers. And it's kind of funny when his parents go, man, you're cooking for an army. Well, we are. That's going to be our meal for the next couple of days during lunch. So we can still meet those nutritional goals on lunch break too. The best we can. Not so we don't eat out. I stopped and grabbed some fast food on the way here. I feel it. I feel it when you do. Survival mode. Really budgeting or spending that time to make plans for meal choices.
Okay, meal choices, easing into it.
Yes.
Will we still see results if we ease into it and we don't just clear out our entire pantry and fridge and just go cold turkey? If we ease into it, just eliminate a little bit at a time and eventually work our way towards a full
plan.
Is that still okay?
It's doable.
Okay.
Absolutely. You're going to be more successful, more doable. You're going to notice, I tell everyone, so I do a lot with weight loss medications and injections and whatever those may be. But the question is what are you going to put into it? Because you will get out of it what you put into it as an individual. So those that just full turkey, cold turkey quit, clean out the cabinet, get all nutrition. All right, Monday, we're starting. This is our day.
Yeah.
You're going to have much better success and you're going to notice things happen quicker than someone, I'm just going to quit drinking my sweet tea.
Yeah.
Eliminating one thing at a time, maybe for one person, where the next person says, give me all 10 things. I want all the supplements. I'm going to start today. I'm going to exercise today. I'm going to eat today healthily.
Yeah.
It depends on you.
Yeah.
Is that going to overload you?
Yeah.
Or is that how you do things is okay? We're wiping the slate clean. We're going to start a new spot. And then that is where it's very individualized. And
I'd love to wipe the slate clean. I just think it would put my kids in shock.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's trying to find that
is key. Hey guys, we're going to all work on this together. Let them have input.
Yeah.
Let them say, hey, what would you like to do to make things better? It's bad. My kids know what a healthy snack is and what doesn't because we always try to encourage that.
Yeah. What snacks do you give your kids?
We always have fruits and vegetables available.
Okay.
String cheese, but they've also got the Teddy Grahams and the things in there too.
Okay.
We have both.
Yeah.
I mean, we really do.
Is there like a quote unquote unhealthy snack that can be considered at least like borderline okay? Like you said Cheez-Its earlier. Was that bad or is that okay?
I wouldn't recommend that. It's a good snack.
Okay.
Of course.
Yeah.
My kids love it. I'll take an apple, cut it, and warm up peanut butter and drizzle it on there, make it look like a flower, and they think it's just a cool little snack, and maybe throw some sprinkles on there. It's pretty.
Yeah.
And they're like, Mom, we get these awesome candy apples. No, it's apples and peanut butter and like a few sprinkles.
Yeah.
They love it. It's easy things like that. My son loves making, what does he call them? Yogurt bombs, I think. And anyways, he makes his own popsicles with Greek yogurt, throws some berries and puts a popsicle stick in there, and he can eat it like a popsicle and thinks it's candy.
Okay.
It's simple Greek yogurt out of the tub with blueberries or raspberries that they want to put in it, and they made it. It's theirs. They're prideful about it, and they want to eat it.
Yeah.
And it's always in the freezer. Mom, can we have a popsicle? Yeah, sure. Go get one.
Yeah.
It's frozen yogurt. That's it.
That's it. Okay.
Easy.
Love it. But I wouldn't have thought about that.
Thanks, Pinterest.
Yeah.
This is my idea.
No, that's fantastic.
He actually found that.
That's awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
So what would you leave with our audience today? What would you leave to encourage them? Because we did give a lot of information.
I talked a lot.
Yes, we did, which I love. But if there was one thing you can say to them to encourage them through this journey that they may be starting so that they don't get overwhelmed, what would it be?
It's not always just someone saying you're crazy, someone saying that, it's okay, take an antidepressant. Again, time and place for the medication.
Sure.
It's your body communicating with you.
Yeah.
It's your body telling you that something isn't right and you need to listen to that. Find a provider that you trust, that you can relate with, that will spend the time to listen to you if you're going to seek medical. I always say stay in your lane. I may know a little bit about mechanics, but I'm not going to go work on my car. I would save that to someone that can.
Yeah.
Look at reliable resources. So careful on TikToks and Facebook and social media. We know that's out there. Yeah. There's many great speakers and great information, but there's so much wrong information. Yeah. So don't overwhelm yourself with that. Yeah. Find something that works for you. Find a process that's going to work, that you're going to be able to stick with, that your family's going to be able to stick with, that maybe your budget's going to be able to stick with. Just know you're not broken. You're not crazy. There's something that is fixable. Yeah. And whether it's we take all 10 steps day one or we take one step a month, at least if you made that step to go and get the next step prepared for you, that's going to be better than doing nothing.
Yeah. Oh, that's so good. Sara, I have loved this conversation. It's so enjoyable, so educational, so informal. I am walking away with so many tips and things that I'm going to start making changes at home for our family. And so I really appreciate you taking the time to come on.
Oh, it's been fun. And if anyone needs anything, I'm available.
Yeah. You're in Republic, Missouri.
Yeah, I'm in Republic. I do virtual. I actually see clients all throughout Missouri virtually.
Okay.
Also, I do a ton with hormone management, bioidenticals, mental health, do all primary care, well woman exams, see kids. So one thing about our practice is that we're kind of unique. So I also accept insurance, Medicare, Medicaid, and most major medicals, but I also have memberships available as that direct primary care model to kind of eliminate high costs, high deductibles. We do membership plans for small businesses also that can't offer insurance to employees and spend $15,000, but maybe they want to offer some sort of health care.
Sure.
And I love the hormone talks. I do talks and classes too. So we're in Republic, River Branch Healthcare. We have Facebook, we have social media, Instagram, scheduling appointments straight online. So I'm happy to help anyone.
Love it.
Would just like a second opinion sometimes.
Yeah.
Or just access to healthcare.
I love that. Okay, that's perfect. Sara, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.